This is day 1438 Arukh HaShulchan Yomi. We should have Yeshua's and schools of our learning. Today we're doing your day Simon Reish Samach Zayin, shockingly enough, Sif Peitas, and Sif Tzadi Gimel. Peitas. Shanachal Ben Rishta, Chamitos and Mishnah, Kin Mema, the Mish Chetzi, Ovid Chetzi B'Chaim, some is half slave, half free, Ben Adin, Ovid is Rabbo, Yom Echad. According to strictly lawyer, war serves as master one day. It's like Yom Echad and Sep one day. Mo'evet Shel Shnei Shukim, it's like a slave with two partners. Akem Chen Yochel Isa Isha Leisha Lo Shiva Neit Tzad Cheshabot, since he can't marry neither a maidservant on account of his free side, below Baskar, nor a free woman, Neit Tzad Abed Shabbat, because of the slavery side. Therefore, Chachamim instituted that his master has to release half of him because of the shtar shikor and write for him a bill of release. So because of the shtar chov, achatzi damav, and he ever writes for him a IOU on half of his value, also based on what he's been assessed. Don't be astonished how is it possible to have someone who is half free, you can't free half a slave. Explain the Gon Shaya, Evan was a slave with two masters, two partners. One released him. That's my Nevet. A woman is not commanded to have children, and therefore in Kovel Shachar Kula we don't compel the master to completely to release her. Unless licentious people have conducted themselves licentiously with her. And in this issue, she can't have a husband, neither a slave nor a free man. Therefore, we compel her master to release her. You can't ask somebody who releases a slave violates a mitzvah. Say, so how do we compel a master to commit a prohibition? So the mitzvah is only when you have in mind for your own the benefit of the slave, I guess. Mitzvah you're doing it for, or maybe your own benefit. The mitzvah you're doing it for purpose. So mitzvah shall eat an acher for some other matter. Ain b'zeh asay called asay does not apply. It's not sure what he means. It's toba so shemcham and toba so. Sounds like it's for your own, the master's own benefit, not for the slave's benefit. Anyway, so the time it came to have a little pasha b'zeh. Came to have a little pasha since slave did not sin. That's can we say to a person sin, a minor sin, then so your friend will have a major mitzvah. By the female slave, even though she is being criminal in her licentiousness. Since many licentious people are going to pursue her, mitzvah rabbimu, it's a mitzvah of the masses to prevent licentious behavior. Therefore, it's a mitzvah. Many poskim took in mind the first answer that when you mechayiv a mitzvah in an acher, there is no issue in that saying. Tzadi, Rambam heavy din zeh b'perek zayin. Rambam brings this halacha. Perek zayin can be din a mishnah, as the mishnah states, lo yoser and sham, no more nor less. The Torah receives some base kosu mishachetzu evichuli. Kovin is have a shacharo. You compel his master to release him kosu shtar chatzi dama, and he has to write a star for half his value. But od shelo kosu lo get shichor ma'aser of la'atzmo. And as long as there was no get shichor, he I don't know that's what here means. It sounds like it goes to slave. He made me so sure. If the Eved was killed by a shore, yes, then the owner of the oil does not pay knas because happened chorim, but it doesn't pay kofer because he was a half slave. As we have knas l'shloshim mishkol, 30 shkol, he didn't show him his Eved, like a slave who, like a shore, like I just said. Like an ox who gores an eved, lo chatzi kofer, not half a rat, so many chatzi shows ben chorim. In other words, half the value of a free person. The time reason is that chatzi kofer ain't looking ben chorim. The half kofer doesn't get like a regular ben chorim. The kofer magia lo yorshav, kofer comes whose heirs, v'zeh ain't lo yorshim, he doesn't have heirs. Chatzi knas rabbo ain't lo doesn't have the half which is knas for his master. Anu mechayvim lo rabbo lo tzio, we compel his master to release him. Lo Korean Bekas Shloshim Shkolim V'Tein Ladono. You know, who say in this case 30 Shkolim give to the master. Avadonu, he's not a master on account of Mark compelling him to release the slave. Neil is Desh Kasu Maaseh Yadav Latzmo, the Revach Shayach Lo. Okay, so now it explains. Now it said Maaseh Yadav Latzmo means that the profit goes to the slave. I would come Yochel Rav Litlam. The master can take them in a chovo on account of an obligation. Shari Magil Lo Ba'ad Chatidom, of which he is owed on account of half of the value of the slave, as we said. Perhaps as long as they have been star shircha, the evidence is not required to him anything. Tzadik Aleph. They came in the Mishnah that his status, since we compel the master to release him, is the same status as an Eved who is impeded by not having gotten a bill of release. Avdas became famously the Ram does all the way. In this moment, he writes the if the ox kills a half Eved, half Ben Chorin, no see Chatzi Knas Rabbi if half the Knas of the master. If the ox gores the slave on the day which belongs to the master, the rabbo, then the damage goes to the master, right? So this he holds it's not like an Eved who's just like get shirchot. I've got Mishnah Achorah ain't kovetz rab don't look at shirchot, even though according to Mishnah Achorah we do compel the master to write for him to release. Zelin is sure that's in terms of his isser, meaning that should be allowed to marry somebody. I mean, in my mind, if there's a moment, as long as the get shirchot is not been written, they look at chatzi Eved chatzi Ben Chorin. His Allah is like a regular chatzi Eved chatzi Ben Chorin. It's a regular. Masha Pasha Shaz again, like in the Morgan Dafka Man Base. Came Mashu Sham Sham. Fabiano said that seems in the case of Ushami. Fabiano said Chishmishan seen Tov Chavdal Subsi Yud Ayetcha. Then he explains this elsewhere. Rabbi Magdalim Torah B'Dvarav. Many Gdolim attempted to explain his position of Kamachimas. Vatover Baruch Moshka, including the big Shishim Basar. Vatover Baruch Moshka Savnu. It's here like we wrote. In the brackets it says it's as a shop here. This works out well. In Mashkas of a Rambam. He doesn't need neither from his master nor of his own chli. Now, what you wrote, it works out very simply. Again, Big Sheish writes about it. Say pace. A shivcha who is half shivcha, half slave, half free. She is as she is. Which means by that, she serves herself one day, Rabbi Yom Echad, and her master one day. If a person harmed her, such as he hit her on her hand, but some saw and Yada and her hand shriveled, but somebody else eventually going to go restore it again. There's no nezek. Sheves is unemployment. She is prevented from doing work. Says Rabbah. If she was saying there that she is subservient to master, then the Sheves goes to a master for all the days she cannot work. If you hit her on a day, her own day, call Sheves Latzma. Only then plan goes to her. You've seen Yomo, even though one was going to lose his day. It's a grandma. They're not paid because that's a grandma. That's only if he's man as nazik. Payments are according to the time of the damage. B'zeu b'nezik shesov alachs. That's why b'nezik, which is eventually going to be healed. I mean, cut the yada. The hand is cut off. Anything else where it's not going to go back. There's nezek olam. There's permanent damage. Lo zinu b'sar yom. Don't cut the day. Zenu shach rak b'sheves b'nezik. That's only relevant by unemployment, not by damage. Chol nezek b'neim. They divide nezek between the two of them. He, she, the other, and her master. If he killed her, no say chatzi knas odon, he gives half the knas to the master. Chatzi akofer elam yiliten. To half the kofer is nobody to him to give it. Because she has no heirs. It says when he pays nezek. And so he did permanent damage by amputating her hand. It's also an employment. The Hochim by Sheves Achayom. The Nezda goes after her, the Shabbos go after the day in which occurred. Tzagdat Gimel, Kasa Rambam. The Rambam writes, Misha Chetzu, every Chetzu, and Choyim, somebody is half slave and half free. Shamar Rabba, Vihikna Chetzu, no Kotan. Master tried to flee the authorities by writing his half to his minor child, Shalichu so Beis Shachro, who basically not compelled to release a slave. I mean, no dice. I mean, based on the Kotan Apotropos, the basin set up a guardian for the Kotan, the Kosil Apotropos, the Chikur. Apotropos writes a bill of release, the Kaisel Shtar Chol Chatzadamav, and the Evan writes a document on OU for its value. In Starka Kotan Be'ebed, if the Kotan requires a slave, he has yearnings for him. Maflino so he menu but most we separate him from the Kotan with money. Shadaitus Kotan Korab ate the most because the Kotan is easily convinced evidently by the right amount of cash. Akashana Vumikin nine shots on getting Rabbi the Sila. Rabbi complains and Shoni says Ki Apotropos goes to get Shikor, the Apotropos right bill release, El Chuli Apotropos Kedei the Taktik. Al Damov, he's there in order to be ridiculous about the value. Ashikor Shem Kotan release the name of the Kotan. V'lotzach Shikor El Kadesh Lo Yistabech Bo Yom La'adiota. That means the Shikor in order that he should not entangle himself with him and say, "You are my slave." Kamasim Bears means this kid. The MBR Apotropos the Shachar Avodim. The Apotropos can't free the slave. El Kotan Shachar the Kotan has to release him. V'gam Neim Ma'aseh Kotan Klum, even though the act of a Kotan is meaningless. V'Eim Gam Neim Yichol Ha'Knos the Kotan. And anyway, nobody can bestow ownership on the Kotan. It's only compelled to release him. But it's only in order that the Kotan should not entangle himself and say, "You're my slave." Kane's the Kotan Sham, faces sign Sham. Kane's a Perish Rashi Sham, both in Gittin Daf Mem. They both explain that way. Rashi before, but according to Rashi, it's clear the Medina have a Shechur Shechur, Kedina Putosh, Shikha Mekha Minkar Minka with Aflin. According to strictly law, according to Rashi, the release about release, just like we were sacking commerce for a Katan, who's a Papa Utos, that he is of the age where he can understand what he's doing. So do the same thing over here. He can release him. But honestly, compares. That's Rashi. But Rashi compares to Rashi and Shem. I forgot the couple of troubles. He holds like the Rashbam that even though none of the troubles cannot release Abayim Decheres, nevertheless came into us Shloka Hogan, since it was dealt with improperly here by the father being signing over his right to the son. He took a apotropos to the Cheres. So Kefker Beis Nefker. Matzir the apotropos to release the slave. I have a Ma'aseh Kotan in a klum, but the Ma'aseh Kotan is nothing. Because Kashkush is right, but according to the right, the question is difficult. How is going to go ahead and do it? What right does apotropos? What authority does apotropos have to do this? But we are not going to get into that now because we're finished for today. So we'll see it tomorrow.